They laughed at their poor sick father, not knowing he is a secret billionaire. They laughed at their poor sick father stooped, coughing, always scribbling in dusty journals as if his words mattered. To Amelia and Jordan, he was a relic, a burden, once a proud literature professor, now just a husk whose mind wandered more than his legs could carry him. All he does is write nonsense, Jordan scoffed. Maybe he thinks he's Hemingway, Amelia quipped, swiping his pills with a careless hand. Each day, they argued over who would inherit the crumbling house. Not because they loved it, oh no, but because land prices in the old part of town had skyrocketed. Once he passed, they'd sell it, split the profit, and never look back. Their father, Leonard Gray, watched in silence. He had learned not to speak much. His words, now fragile things, were wasted on the unlistening. One rainy night, a nurse they hired quit. Said she saw Leonard standing at the attic window, talking to someone, but when she climbed up, it was empty, just boxes and silence. He's not right, she said, refusing to return. Then Leonard died. Quietly. No drama. Just the final exhale of someone long forgotten. The funeral was brief. Rain fell, indifferent. Amelia and Jordan didn't cry. Back at the house, they began their scavenger hunt. Silver, cash, watches, anything of worth. But all they found were old books. Notebooks filled with dense writing, faded photographs of places they'd never been. Until they opened the attic. There, under a loose floorboard, they found a small black box. Inside was a key, a thumb drive, and a note. To those who never asked who I really was. Curious, they plugged in the drive. A video loaded. There was Leonard, back straight, voice clear, eyes alight. Not the sick man they remembered, but sharp, commanding. If you're watching this, I'm gone. I spent decades building Gray Holdings, a company you've never heard of, because I made sure you wouldn't. It's worth $2.3 billion now. I sold it a week before my decline began. The buyer, anonymous. The money, hidden across accounts tied to the key you're holding. Why the secrecy? Because you never saw me. Not really. You saw a worn-out man and gave up on him. I was testing you. Not for greed, but for empathy. You failed. So the money goes elsewhere. To those who still believe in forgotten people, in dignity, to nurses, to shelters, to old writers and failing students. You'll get nothing but this. The story of the men you never knew. The screen went black. Silence filled the attic. Rain tapped the roof. Amelia looked at Jordan. For the first time, no words came. In a nearby shelter, a letter arrived. From Leonard Gray, to be used to restore lives others overlook. And in the attic, the only thing left was the echo of a man's final chapter unread, until it was too late.